Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. It's Monday the 7th of August, we've got some new mods and we've got some updates. The map Neverland by Rasterman has had an update, but it doesn't say if it needs a new save game or not. The Orkan Z310 and Z320 by Deus Volt. The Velmet Series 880-980 by Senior Vertex. The Case Puma 145 CVX Tier 3 by STV Modding. The Massey Ferguson 6S by JMZ. The John Deere 5M series by Wolfex Modding. The Zator Major 80 by Pushcap. The Stara Tornado 1300 by Fritz. The Small Herman Garage including Warehouse by Top Ace 888. The Homestead Pig Barn by Pazor Modding. The Great Production Pack by Chen Ben, that's got a few updates to factories and some new things added in with sparkling grape juice and things like that. The Concrete Curbs Pack by Young Siniak. Lime Factory by Team IWMM. And the Floor Plane Weighing Station by HR Forst und Fahrzeugbau have all had updates. We have got, sitting in front of me, the Small Wooden House. This is by Raider, 11.49 megabytes download, 7 slots on console, 125,000 to buy. You find it under build mode and farmhouses. Really nicely detailed, this one. You can't go inside the building, but it's one of those ones again. The wood texture on that is incredible. Same with the stonework at the bottom. It's a really nice mod. Sleep trigger is just there. Wardrobe trigger just to the side. With a nice bit of detailing all around it. Slot count comes down to 1 under build mode and farmhouses. The Small Wooden House by Raider. Next we've got these. This is the Agriculture Decoration by HoFFi. 0.87 megabytes download. These are all 1 slot each. We have got a 4. We've got a cross. We've got a framework which is for protecting various different pipes and anything that's kind of standing upright to stop things crashing into them. We've got a selection of pipes coming up out of the ground. We've got manholes. A selection of for your perusal. We've got a small sign at the side, and then we've got the sort of snow markers for the sides of roads, or if you want to put them entrance ways or whatever, or around something you don't want something to collide with, so you can see it nice and clearly. Under build mode, under decoration is where you find them, under others, and we start there with the 4 for 20, cross marker for 20, the frame 1 80, we've got pipe 1 250, I think all the pipes actually, the first 4 pipes 250, manhole covers 1,800 each. Then we've got the sign 1 for 50 and the pole for 30. Slot counts are all 1 anyway, so nothing changed on there. And they're all decorative objects. They don't hold anything, you can't open them or anything like that. Just for placing around your farm if you should desire. That's by HoFFi. Next we have got this. This is the Small Sheep Barn by BK Mods. This holds 20 sheep. 5.66 megabytes download, 7 slots on console, 15,000 to buy. This does say the lighting is automatic. Dialog box trigger is just there. This does require water and feed, which both go in here, and your wool pallets will spawn out the side. This doesn't hold a lot actually of, I think it's 3,000 feed and 1,500 of water. Might be the other way around. I've got 20 in there, so if we go into actually that one and have a look just there, yeah, 3,000 of feed and 1,500 of water is what it will hold, so not a huge amount. If we go into build mode, animals and sheep, that's where you'll find it. Slot count comes down from 7 to 1 for any subsequent one you should purchase afterwards. Quite straightforward that. That's the Small Sheep Barn by BK Mods. Next over here we've got the Welker Farms Shed Pack by TheSuBBie and Mapper's Paradise. Now weirdly on the Mod Hub page in the website it says Shed 1, Shed 2, Shed 3 and Gym. So I thought, oh, okay, there's 4 mods in this pack, so came in to have a look. There's about 6, I think it is, 6 or 7, anyway. And I've got a quandary with one of them. I've had a look around it. Again, it could be me, it often is, but I've had a look. We have got the main vehicle workshop, faithfully recreated. If you watch the Welker Farms channel, with Nick and Scott and Bob the dad, and it's a brilliant channel. If you don't watch it already, go and have a look. They run big buds. It's fantastic. So this is all really nicely made. But like I say, there's a couple of little blips here and there which I will talk about. All of this is found under SHEDS. So we'll start off with the vehicle workshop. The vehicle workshop is 17 slots, 75 grand. Obviously on the right hand side it says 1 because I've got 1 placed, so the slot count will come down to 1. So 75 grand for the vehicle workshop. Next to that we've got shed. Now this shed shows as, in the mod hub pictures, shed and or gym. So if I go to place it now, I thought, well, maybe on the left hand side it gives me the option. Sometimes you have a colour option, you can change the colour. Maybe it will give me the option for garage or gym, and I can't find an option to change it. I thought, well, maybe it's under decoration as a gym, but here under sheds as a shed. So I came out and I went to decoration, to others. I can't find it in there. I thought maybe there's a switch inside, but I couldn't find that either. So I'm a bit puzzled, in all honesty, how to get that second one to be a gym. But that's that one there. 12 grand. Slot count on that one was 4, which comes down to 1, as you can see. Next one along, it just says shed. That's 5 grand. That's 17 slots, which then comes down to 1. We've then got the concept building, which is a little bit further out on the Welker Farms farm. That's 60 grand. 14 slots, which comes down to 1. We've then got this shed here for grain or equipment, whatever you want to put in there. 30 grand. Slot count on that was 5, which comes down to 1. And then finally, the one at the back here, 35 grand for that one. Slot count on that was also 5, which comes down to 1. So we'll get to the workshop in a moment. I'm just going to show you that. I want to, honestly, I do wonder sometimes if I'm going a little bit loopy. I've wandered all around. I've tried to find a switch or something in a corner. I've been around the back of the building. I can't find anything that gives me the gym option, so I'm not too sure. Light options for that one. This one to the side, I'm sure a previous version of this side door opened. I don't think I don't get the dogs there. They've got chickens on the farm, but anyway, there's no chicken pen or anything like that. But we've got all the doors that open here. The ground will need to be very flat when you place this, because when I placed it, I've got a gap underneath, and it could be because the ground's not quite flat here. But when you open the garage at the side, this is where the light switch is. So I come around that side, turn on the light. That turns on the lights all the way through for the storage of the building. So the light switch is on the end. We go around the back. More storage, nicely detailed. And the light switch there does the whole lot. All the way through. And we've got the larger building to the side. I know they used to store grain in this originally, I mean a long way back, but I'm pretty sure now they've got so many silos and stuff now, they don't use it for that. It is more for vehicle storage. Light switch, if I can find it, there we go. For this one. And then the concept build. Now I couldn't find a light switch on this one, so this one I'm making the assumption has got automatic lighting. I did wander all the way through to see if it would come up on the options menu top left, and I couldn't find a switch on the walls anywhere. And again I went round the building, round to the back. I thought I'd have a look because you never know, sometimes there'll be switches elsewhere. I couldn't find one, but anyway, that's the concept. And then we come to the main event, the building where all the work's done, the big buds, all the machinery, all the welding, all the stuff that gets done. So your workshop trigger is just here, but the actual, I say the workshop trigger, the workshop placement for your vehicle is here, but the trigger is round here inside. So open this door at the front, side door, and go into here. Into main office, lighting is automatic, and here we got our option for our vehicle workshop. So if you're doing your repair, it's done from here. So when the vehicles are in that bit, you come around to here, that's where your trigger is. Close that. And then all the lifts and equipment and machinery. There's light switches all around. I just came in and put them all on just to make it a bit easier as we go around. More storage at the back. And a little bit at the top as well. There we go. The Welker Farms Shed Pack by TheSuBBie and Mapper's Paradise. Moving on from there, we've got these. This is the Lizard MSL Tank. There are two in this pack. This is by Gian FS and Thiornis Silva. 8.38 megabytes download. 5 slots each. We've got a 2,500 litre and a 3,500 litre. You have got the option on both of these. These will take water, liquid fertiliser, herbicide, milk, fuel. You can just have it for milk only, and I did check because I thought if you put it on milk only, will it still take everything else or just milk? If you put it on milk only, it will only take milk. It won't take the other things as well. And as you can see, the front one, the smaller of the two has a rear trailer hitch, so you can attach the larger one to the smaller one, but the larger one doesn't have a rear trailer hitch. So you can only attach them that way round, or obviously, you know, you can with a rear trailer hitch you can attach anything you want behind that. But if you are going to run them like this, the larger one runs behind the big one if you want to go down that route. These you will find under, I think it was miscellaneous, just there. So it's £4 for the 2,500 litre, £8 for the 3,500 litre. I mean, thinking about that as well, realistically, that's a swivel axle, that's a solid axle. For the same price as that, you get two of those, hook them together, and you've got 5,000 litres. If you get that one, you've only got 3,500. But again, you know, you might not want a large or a larger trailer. We've got the option of Lizard, Mitas, BKT, back again. No options within those. We've got stickers no, black, white, or off again. That's all going to depend as well on what you do with your main colour. And where it says capacity, that's standard or milk. So if we come back out again, you'll see water, liquid fertiliser, herbicide, fuel or milk. It will take, but you can specifically go for milk only, and it will only do milk. Main colour, anything on that palette. Rim colour, anything on there. Same options on this one for tyres, stickers, capacity, again, milk only or all of them, main colour and rim colour. As we've seen, there's nothing for opening the tanks or anything like that. And if we, you'll see the rear one, swivel axle, front one fixed. There you go. That's the Lizard MSL Tank by Gian FS and Thiornis Silva. Next to that, we've got these. This is the Fiat X66 pack by FarmerBoy. 22.12 megabytes download. Did I say what the download was on those? 35, no, I did, didn't I? 8.38, yes I did. Sorry. So this one, 22.12 megabytes, 12 slots each, and the slot count will come down for any subsequent one. We've got a 2-wheel drive and a 4-wheel drive option in these. Other than that, I think the options are almost the same on both of them. You'll find these under vehicles, under small tractors. We'll start with the 2-wheel drive, just the X66, £8. So we've got the older Fiat 666 at 68 horsepower, the 766 at 78 horsepower, then the newer Fiat Agri version, 68 horsepower or 78 horsepower. We've got wheel setup, standard or narrow. Those are the options on the two-wheel drive. Then we've got with this cabin, no, roll bar or yes. I'm going to leave it on yes because we've got another couple of options to look at. Then the front, we've got a 100 kilo weight and front attacher or just the front attacher. Front loader attacher, yes or no. Cabin colour, that's why I left that on. So we do that or that. Chassis colour at the moment is a brown. So you have brown or a dark grey, and the license plate option on there as well. Then if we go to the four-wheel drive, horsepower options are exactly the same. It's just four-wheel drive. That's the difference. So we've got 68 horsepower, 78. Then the Fiat Agri version, 68 and 78. Wheel setup, standard or narrow. Cabin, yes or no. Sorry, roll bar, yes or off. Same with the weights. Same with the front loader attacher. Same with the cabin colour, and same with the chassis colour. License plate option also available. So it doesn't actually matter which one we hop on. In, on. 21 miles an hour, top speed. If you go for the cabin, you get the beacon, and obviously you get lights, not necessarily obviously, but you've got lights at the top of the cabin and a rear light up there, which if you haven't got the cabin, you don't have those extra lights on there. There's no doors or windows that open on this. Straightforward, no nonsense. Time inside matches the time outside. I mean, the time is the time, but yeah. We'll hop on the other one, just so you can see the first person on it. Horn. There you go. That's the Fiat X66 pack by FarmerBoy. Which brings on to the last of the mods for today. And it's this, or these. This is the new Holland D800 D1000 Baler by 4D Modding, Eire Agri Modding. 35.89 megabytes download, 16 slots each for the two balers, and then 5 slots. There's a baler wrapper that comes with this pack that works with the bale sizes on here. I think it does Heston, I'm sure it says it does Heston bales as well. Just double check that. Also included with the baler is a modified version of the base game Kun SW4014 bale wrapper, which supports the new bale types added by this baler. It supports the following bales: round bales 125, 1.25 to 1.5, square bales 1.8 metres 2.2, square bales, then Heston bales. Yeah, so it does a selection of different bale sizes. That's added in, as you can, well, as you can see. There's some different bale wrap colours on this one. Now, I say weirdly, I don't know. I'll show you in a moment. This one gives you some manufacturer options, and it changes the colours, but it doesn't actually change the labelling. You'll see, because that at the moment that's saying New Holland SW4014, because it's New Holland colours, but it's still got the yes, the logos on there. Anyway, so the smaller D800 does 180 and 220 bales. If you go for the D1000, it does 180, 220 and 240s. Options on these are exactly the same for tyres and everything. You have got the option of a silage additive tank on the top if you want. The silage additive tank is an absolute monster. That's 120 litres? Something like that. We'll see in a moment when we get in it. The animations on these are very cool. I like when this unfolds, the way the chains move and unfold, and also the sides open up. You can see the containers and stuff in the side. This doesn't require extra wrap or molasses or anything added in to do anything with this, or water or anything, but it does open up and look very cool whilst doing it. So you will find under tools and balers the D800 and the D1000, 15 grand and 17,500 respectively for the base versions. Slot counts come down from 16 to 1, as you can see. So the 800, we've got the option of, and this is the same on both, so we've got BKT, Continental, Vredestein, Lizard, Michelin, Trelleborg and back to BKT. Under BKT we have got those. Continental, that and that. Vredestein, I think that was it. We come back in, yep. Lizard, we got those two. Michelin, Trelleborg just has that, and then we're back to BKT again. So then you've got Design D800 old style yellow baler, new style yellow baler, old style red, new style red, and you've got new style red baler EU, and then back. Optional extras, we've got standard, we've got fire extinguisher front, we've got fire extinguisher rear, or both. Now registration plate, a lot of the 4D modding, Eire, Agri modding have these options. I'm not going to go through all of them, but we've got no registration. Then we run through, I think probably all of the counties in Ireland. And then we've got some English, we've got Scottish, Welsh as options. If you want to go for any of those, you can, or you can just have it off if you don't want to have one on there at all. Oh, Australia as well, yeah. British Columbia, Manitoba, Ontario, Quebec, Belgium, Denmark. I said I wasn't going to go through them all, and then I went through them all. Anyway, France, Italy, Netherlands, Norway, blimey, Poland, Sweden, Switzerland, South Africa, United Kingdom, Northern Ireland, Scotland, Wales. Back to no registration. Silage additive tank, yes or no. Rim colour, anything on that palette. We do have a silver, and we do have a stainless, and then we have a couple of matte options as well. License plate option on there too. So we go to the other one. So again, I'm not going to go through all the options because they're all exactly the same on this. All exactly the same. It's just like I say, it's the larger one. All the tyre choices, silage additive tank, registration plates, optional extras, everything is exactly the same on there. If we come out of there and we go to bale wrappers, right up to the end, just there as part of this pack. So when it says brands, it stays with the logo, but Massey Ferguson, New Holland, Fendt, and back again. Yeah, so I'm not sure if it's supposed to, or it just changes the colour to match. Anyway, foil colours, we've got a selection. They're more pastel-y colours in this one. So pink, blue, there's I think a purple, but it's sort of a lilac-y purple, and a yellow on there, and a license plate option on there too. So I'm going to start off with the D800. I went with the silage additive tank on this one. Yeah, 120 litres the silage additive tank holds. Right, so let's have a look at the unfold at the back, because I like this, the way the chain unfolds as it moves. That's a cool animation. I like the fact this drops at an angle almost down to the floor, so you don't get that big drop off as it comes off the back as well. We do have a beacon on it. When you detach, it unwinds, so if we detach it, look at that. That's some attention to detail. Hook it back up, winds back up again. We've then got on the L1, if I do this in the covers, we'll open that one. Then if you keep your finger doing it on the control, it carries on and does that one as well. So it opens both sides. So you can see your twine stuff in there. Like I say, you don't have to replace the twine. And then we've got the option on this one, so we've got 180cm or 220, because it's the smaller of the two. The other one does 180, 222, 240. With the silage additive tank, you'll get you a little bit of a bonus. Turn it on. Lower the pickup. We can, I think, with the tractor as well. Depending on the tractor, we can raise and lower that, but that's as low as that goes in this. But anyway, that's a cracking sound effect as well. Whoa! So when it gets to a new bale, it beeps. they're quite... That's brilliant. What we'll do now is just change it to 220s. I love that. That's very cool. Turn it off, I don't know what's there. You know, they just drop off the back a little bit easier. So the 220s, 2,547, and then the 180s, and that's why the bale wrapper does different. 2084. It has to allow for the different sizes because they're not the conventional sizes that we generally, get in game. So what I'm going to do now is run the 240 on the larger D1000. So unfold that. Turn it on. Oh, no, to unfold. Lower the pickup. Turn it on. Oh, it didn't change the bale size. Obviously this is hay, so it's a different size. But what we'll do actually, you know what? It might switch over for us. That's going to be a different bale size anyway, isn't it? Let's switch. Oh, it's on 240s. Oh, that's alright. I'd obviously already switched it. Let's turn it on. There you go, switch to grass. So let's do a 240 out of this on grass. 2,800. I don't think we can pick these up, can we? No, but you can see they're a different size already from the smaller ones there to the slightly larger ones there to these. So what I'm going to do now is grab the wrapper. Let's wrap. What's the size of the 240 on that? 3,300. So you will get the same as all other balers and all other bale sizes. You will get different size bales for hay, straw and grass. And obviously you can't wrap, I mean, I'll try it just in case, but you can't normally. You should only be able to wrap grass. I say you should only. It's interesting because some farms do wrap hay to make haylage, but it's always worth a check. Turn that on automatic drop, that made life a little bit easier. And we'll go and grab one of the much larger, one of the larger ones. That's interesting. It says Heston bales, that's the smaller ones. So then it's been modified to support the new bale types, but it still only goes up to 2.2. It doesn't do the 2.4s. Yeah, it says it in the instructions there. D1000 square bales, 1.8 and 2.2. So it won't do the 2.4s. Oh, that's something to be aware of then. So if you are going to use this pack and you do want to do silage bales, then you're going to want to do the 1.8s or 2.2s, not the 2.4s. I'm curious to see, will it do a standard in-game bale? Because these I think do both, don't they? Yeah, will do. Sorry, it's my fault for misreading it. I thought it said on the D1000 2.4s, but it doesn't. there we go. I really do like those balers. I like the sound effects, the attention to detail on them, for the unfolding, the winding down of the leg, all the stuff like that. I always say this 4D modding stuff has always been tip top. Very cool indeed. That's the New Holland D800 D1000 Baler by 4D modding Eire Agri modding. I hope you found this all useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.